Right now, as I speak, millions and millions of drivers are saving money on their car insurance with GEICO. If you're one of those drivers, well done. If you're not, it's easy to join them. Visit geico.com today.
We have another longtime volunteer of the San Diego Bowl Game Association, Mark Weeden. Mark, welcome to the show. You're on with Bruce and Mark.
Good morning, Bruce and Mark. How you guys doing today?
All right, I got a lot of Marks around me, so I'll say to Mr. Weeden, give us a strange moment. Now, you're a volunteer. You do a lot of different things for both of our bowl games. Is any strange things happen to you during your time working for our games?
Oh, many, many times. You know, we always run into the unknown human condition and the unknown animal condition that goes along with that, and mascots that show up there. And probably one of my strangest and most hair-raising moments was Texas Longhorns came, and they have Bevo, their Longhorn
steer
that they bring down on the field.
Right.
And this particular game was pretty well sold out. We had the band members right down, the high school bands right down on the lower level there. And they wanted to put Bevo right near there, and they had actually one side of the stands was his one side of the corral. And he got a little excited, with all the noise and everything going on. And a lot of the band members got up and had to move back several rows because they were afraid he was going to jump up there into the stands. Well, it wasn't easy to get him around there, and you know how strong a Longhorn can be, and even though they have like 5 cowboys around him with ropes on him and lariats, they had a real tough time controlling him and getting him out of the way and off into the tunnel there where everyone felt a little safer. But that was one of the strangest moments we had. One other one I had is, as you know, during the halftime show and the pregame show, sometimes we use a lot of balloons. And I don't know if you recall the time when we had there was a bunch of different stars of
course,
different colors, that red, white, and blue stars out there.
Just part of our spectacular pageantry, Mark.
Yes, it is, and it's a great time. And we had, I think it was Make-A-Wish Foundation that was handling the balloons, and as you know, in a circumstance like this, everybody kind of gets, once they get onto the field, they get stars in their eyes, and they don't know which way to go, and they just want to look up. They've never been on the field before. Well, this was actually afterwards when we were taking the balloons out when we got to the parking lot. We have about 5 people that hold each one of these balloons, and everybody thought somebody else had it, and they just simply released it, and that thing flew away, and we've never seen it since.
I think there was a Southwest Airlines jet that was flying by that made note of that.
There was
all I can remember seeing is that thing flying away, just climbing higher and higher and higher because, they're filled with helium, and that thing just took off and it never was found, I don't believe.
We did get the bill for it. We found the bill.
I don't doubt that.
And I'm sure there are so many strange moments that occur that maybe people really don't think are strange, or sometimes they're kind of exciting moments or like, oh, my goodness moments. For example, we used to have fireworks on the field, which would be part of the halftime ceremonies. And whenever you're dealing with fire marshals and things like that, you have to be very, very careful with fire, and, of course, it's dangerous. Well, we had a ton of fireworks, and I believe it was an early poinsettia bowl. I can't remember which game it was, but there was all sorts of fireworks going off on the field, and the team, whatever team it was, decided they had waited long enough for the fireworks to finish, and we're in the grand finale, and they run out right through the field while all these fireworks are going on.
And you know whose responsibility it was to make sure that the players did not get near the fireworks?
Mark Weeden.
Mr. Mark Weeden.
Mark Weeden.
Yes, sir.
Well, somehow they didn't listen to you, Mark, and it was a crazy time with all these fireworks exploding, players running around kicking and punting balls, so it was scary.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, I got a question for you. So
Sure.
how long have you been a Bull volunteer?
This year is my 15th year.
Wow. And could you just briefly describe what you do?
I consider myself, I would say, the halftime staging director. I take care of any on-field halftime.
We'll get that business card
for-
made for you right away, by the way.
What's that?
We'll get your business card made right away.
Thank you. I mainly handle any of the volunteers or the props or staging or anything. In the case with the fireworks, the perimeter to keep people from getting near the fireworks. But just about anything that has to do with the halftime show that is not performance-related. It's mostly props and staging and stuff, things of that nature.
And so now you've been a volunteer of ours for quite a while now, and it's kind of been a launching pad for some other volunteer opportunities for you, right?
Correct, yes. I've since done 2 Super Bowls through Brian Ransom, who's the band director at SDSU. He does a lot of the volunteer preparations for the Super Bowls. And I've had an opportunity to do pregame and postgame Super Bowls for the one we had in the Raiders-Tampa Bay game that we had in San Diego. And then also I traveled to Phoenix a couple of years ago to do the Giants-New England Super Bowl there, which was really exciting. That was really a great game, and had a great time. It ended up I was the only one that was able to get Eli Manning's autograph before he received the trophy. While he was standing on the platform there to go up to the stage, they were giving the trophy to Tom Coughlin and the owner of the Giants, and Eli was standing there, and I managed to tap him on the leg and talk him into giving me an autograph on my hat. And that's quite a story.
Even though there was a rule about no volunteers asking for autographs, but we won't tell anybody, Mark.
Well,
secret is safe with us.
Well, I got mine.
Hey, Mark, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for all your help through the years. You're invaluable to our effort. And for those of you that are going to be attending the game next Thursday night, and you see our spectacular pregame and halftime pageantry, know that Mark Weeden, who you're just listened to, has a big part in that.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Y'all have a wonderful day. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week.